Hello everybody, welcome back. Good morning. Let's have a look at the chart. So we've hit this area that we've seen. We've bounced from this area into the resistance. 50 exponential, 200 simple, no big deal. Consolidate a tiny little bit over this last 24 hours to find support on the center of a Bollinger Band. So we're talking risk to reward, 65% moral chance of a bounce from here and continuation. That is just the setup that we've got in front of us. That is the deal there. Now, it might not happen, but it might. And there's no reason why it shouldn't, because we don't have any bearish divergence leading into this pullback. We just got a rejection from a 50 exponential, which is not death crossed or anything like this on Bitcoin, so it looks reasonable. We don't normally do this, but we're going to dig a little deeper onto the 1 hourly chart. Yeah, just for fun. And we can see at this point now that we did have the death cross retest on the 1 hourly chart. Okay, so don't get bent out of shape about that. But sometimes, just sometimes, the 1 hourly leads to the 4 hourly, leads to the daily, leads to the weekly, leads to the monthly, leads to the infinite. But at the moment, yeah, fine. There is a chance that we do come down lower. If we were to come down lower, we're talking 113,400, and there is a chance that we do see a full retrace back down to where we came from. But this is just a 1 hourly, it's just a 1 hourly. Yeah, we had the regular bearish divergence. We've got one drive of hidden bullish divergence, nothing more than that. So we'll just move away from the 1 hourly. We're less than a percent down. It really is not a talking point at the moment at all. Moving over to the daily though, the daily looks as though it's getting a rejection from a 10 exponential. Whoopsie do. Sorry, my mouse has given up on me. I'm going to have some mouse surgery on that one later. Again, I'm away. I'm not normally this low end production value. I'm just away at the moment. If we look at the daily, we see a rejection on the 21 exponential moving average. So that makes you feel a little less hopeful that we're going to immediately continue on from here, because that is like a line in the sand. This is also similar to a Bollinger Band. Line in the sand, line in the sand, bear, bear control. So the 1 hourly suggests perhaps a full retrace back down to where we came from. The 4 hourly suggests immediate bounce from where we are right now. And the daily is already rejected from the 65% chance of rejection area already. And if it were to go higher, we're talking 117,000. So what does all this mean? What does it all mean? So when you have different time frames with different supports and resistances, you look at them as in like not confirmation zones, but if you lose certain areas on certain time frames, you are expected to go either up or down further. That's all it means. Don't get confused with all the time frames again. Well, the daily says this must mean that this, and the 4 hour says this must mean this, and the 1 hourly says. The way to think about it is each time frame is relevant to its own setup, and the 1 hourly gives a hint that we will retrace back down to where we came from. The 4 hourly suggests that there is a chance, even right now, that we bounce from exactly where we are. And if that were the case, we've moved beyond our previous resistance, most likely to 117,000, only to get rejected from there to see what happens at that point. And the daily's already been rejected. So it's up to you, which time frame you want to focus on the most. You might as well focus on all of the time frames. And at the moment, out of all the ones that we've looked at, which is only two, if we look at the weekly, we can see that we're obviously very bullish still, so that we don't really need to reflect on that too much. But this is still a very bullish chart with plenty of supports all the way below us. But major support down here at 112,000, obviously. Below that, an enormous support at 105,400, and another huge support around 103,300. So the weekly is super bullish. So if we go, let's just reflect on what I've said. Kind of bearish at the moment on the 1 hourly. Okay, so looking for continuation potentially on the 1 hourly, although I wouldn't really focus too much on that. The 4 hourly, bullish. Sitting at a situation right now where a position could be taken, and you'd be looking for a move back up to probably 117,000. Okay, bullish. If we close below the Bollinger Band here and get a rejection from it, obviously that complements all the other bearish time frames. And if we go to the daily, again, technically it is bearish immediately because we've already been rejected, with a view to I suppose come down to 112 where we were before, but this time round 112 is supported even further on the weekly by the 10 exponential. It might. I appreciate, if you're new to these sort of things. I don't think many of you are. I think you all understand what's going on here. You recognise what I'm saying. There's supports, there's resistances, and those are the places you either take positions or exit positions, or expect rejections. It's not about knowing exactly where it's going from now and forever. It's about what we see, what is happening right this very moment that you're watching the video, that I'm making the video. Because again, 4 hours from now, the video would be different. 8 hours from now, the video would be different. This time tomorrow, the video will be different. And tomorrow's live stream will also be very different because the price will have all been changed. The price moves all the time. So, the same analysis doesn't always apply. If you watch this in the morning, it's more relevant. You watch it in the afternoon, less relevant. You watch this tomorrow, even less relevant than that. So you might as well put your notification bell on, basically. So that's the deal. If we go over to stocks, and again, stocks are still pretty bullish. To be honest with you, I don't really have a problem with stocks. Again, picked up on the 7 simple moving average on the weekly. Again, stocks will help with Bitcoin because it gives confidence of a buyer's market, a risk on or a risk off situation. We're still above the 20 and the 21 exponential moving average on the daily, so still bullish on the daily there. The 4 hourly, we are above all moving averages. I think we're sitting on the 10 exponential at the moment, it would appear, after a golden cross retest, which normally gives a V-shaped recovery. So that's bullish also. So stock's still technically bullish, even though we're down 0.1% at the moment. It's no big deal. And the daily, it looks bullish to me, but let's just zoom in a little closer if this computer will allow for that kind of... I got this really dodgy extra wide mouse button on the mouse pad here. Still bullish on the daily. Rejection so far on the 7 simple, but supports below us all the way to 6,300. So bullish pretty much across all time frames. So the stocks look okay. Obviously, we had a big move yesterday. It's fair to see a pullback at the moment, and this would apply to Bitcoin and all of crypto. But long story short, it still looks pretty good to me. I like what I see, and I think it's pretty good. And if it doesn't move today, it's not a big deal. We had a big move yesterday, and it's only fair for it to have a little chill out. But look, areas to look for and areas to be concerned about if we lose them. But we haven't lost them yet, so don't be concerned. Same thing with Bitcoin. Areas to look for, areas to wait for, and areas to get concerned about. Below 112, you would definitely look for lower. There'll be increments along the way, 110, 400, possibly 1.8, but really you are looking for a bit deeper if that was the case. But right this very moment in time, it all seems relatively easy to watch and wait. And again, only the 4 hourly on Bitcoin this very moment gives any kind of opportunity for a trade, and that's this very moment in time, and a tight stop loss would need to be there in the event that we lose that 4 hourly Bollinger Band center, and we're teasing it at the moment. Right, I'll leave it with you there. No point in digging into altcoins right now. That'll be something for tomorrow's live stream. And if you want to join that, there's links in the description below for the Patreon. It's only £7.50 a month, and you get 2 streams a week. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.